Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. I'm Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. That's still my email. It is in the description below. It is your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso at thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing a lovely Omega De Ville Prestige, a handsome dress watch from a company best known for dive watches and pilot's chronographs. This might not be the first name that comes to mind when you think of formal timepieces, but it offers a range of technical innovations and undeniable aesthetic sex appeal. The watch is 41 millimeters in diameter in Sedna red gold, 11 millimeters thick. From lug tip to lug tip, a nice compact 47.6 millimeters with a vintagey 19 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Throw it on my wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears nicely. The watch is effectively all case, as the lugs are fairly short cropped and downturned. On a 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it doesn't really come anywhere near the edges of the wrist. You can see being relatively thin with a sloped bezel. It'll slide underneath the cuff. And when you look at it down the barrel, you can really see how much clearance I have on each side of the wrist. I'd recommend it for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. The strap is gloss, large rectangular scale alligator leather, and it has a broad folded edge with a monotone stitch and then calfskin on the bottom. It is medium blue, and it comes with a matching rose gold Omega pin buckle for quick dress watch style adjustments. The case is rotund, polished with a little flange defining the break between the bezel and the case flank. You can see that the case back is also domed and somewhat set back, so the watch looks even thinner than it is when it's actually on the wrist. Push down crown, 30-meter water resistance with the Omega logo on it. We have these nice sharp breaks between the case and the lug, and then a little bit of a teardrop undertucked to the lug profile. Everything is of high polish. There's one flange outboard on the bezel and one flange inboard adjacent to the sapphire. The dial is a blue metallic sunburst, small seconds with a crosshair motif. You can see we have a combination of little rose gold cabochon indices and radially arrayed Roman numerals, including a watchmaker's 4 leaf or foy style hands. We have a date disc. We have the note that this is both coaxial and a master chronometer, and there's a vintage style railroad track outboard for reading the minutes. Now you can see the little crosshair, small seconds. Notice that it stops when I pull the crown out. This is a hacking seconds function. The watch also features a quick set date, so you can rapidly cycle the date should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. Flip it all over. We have Omega exclusive caliber 8802, bi-directional winding, 55-hour power reserve. It is a 35 joule master chronometer, which means it is METAS certified, the METAS standard, created by Omega and the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology. It's all of the standards of the COSC chronometry test, but it goes beyond, testing the fully cased watch in 6 positions, not 5. So there's a chronometry aspect, but also durability, shock resistance, water resistance, power reserve, winding efficiency, and anti-magnetism against field strength as dense as 15,000 Gauss. So greater than 15,000 Gauss. This is basically an amagnetic watch, thanks to its anti-magnetic escapement, balance staff, and silicon hairspring. There's a full balance bridge with a free-sprung balance architecture for shock resistance, and then the watch has a single barrel with a 55-hour power reserve and a tri-level coaxial escapement, a double impulse direct and indirect impulse escapement, as envisioned by British independent watchmaking great George Daniels. It is tangential rather than sliding friction. Conventional Swiss lever is sliding friction. This is tangential, reducing the friction, extending the maintenance intervals, and improving the power reserve as well as chronometry, and all this water resistant down to 30 meters, which is a dress watch standard. We have both polished and blackened screws and arabesque Côte de Genève across the bridges and rotor. If you love this watch, reach out to me. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.